morning world, and welcome to Wednesday 10th of January. I'm mucking out, but a bit different this time. Yes, we're cleaning the calves out. So only the straw. I'm trying to leave the wood chip on the floor. Don't need to pick that up. So at the moment this is just a practice of scratching off the top. Oh, I've got right down to the stone there. Okay, well maybe I will be bringing some wood chip in there. So I gave the cat a bit of fresh bedding last night, a bit of fresh straw. But it hasn't lasted. It says to me, the floor is too wet. All this stuff here is all soaked up. So we're going to dig 99% of this out, refresh it, give them a completely new bed. So I've already done that side. Yeah, so you've kind of found us halfway through the job really. As you can see, it's a lovely sunny day. I can actually feel a little bit of warmth off that sun on my face, which is rather pleasant. And the ground is drying up. Quite a few folks we've seen out with a muck spreader. I think they're like big contractors. This is saw 3 muck spreaders on the road yesterday, travelling somewhere down the road here. Strictly speaking, environment agents that don't really like us muck spreading this time of year because of the risk of runoff. But the thing is, the grass isn't growing today because it's too cold. But it has been. I mean, my lawn wants mowing again already. So yeah, we're going to bite the bullet, and if it gets dry enough, won't be today, might not be tomorrow, but Friday we could be out on the case chucking some muck about. I hope. Right, I dropped a bit, so I just can't be asked to get out and pick it up. So I'll just push it in the shed. Pick it up in here. And I got down on the floor again, didn't I? Oh yeah, back on the stone. Definitely gonna be bringing some wood chip back in. Oh well, so be it. Like so I haven't got to get every last bit, but I do want to give them a predominantly dry bed to lie on. Now it's dry, we've got half a chance of keeping it dry. There we go. And then when we finish this, we've got to take the water tank out. I've already disconnected it. Somebody decided to reverse up to that water tank and empty themselves in there. So yeah, we're keeping that out as well. That's a bucket full. Right, I saw a thing when I was tipping that off. In fact, I saw 2 things. I found one of the 2 things. There's another one in there somewhere, so we're gonna have a look for it. Was that it? Was that it? There it is. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Got it. I know it's lazy, and I know it's showing off. I know. Do I care? No. Only a little bit left to do, so I thought I might as well bring a bucket full back. So okay, we need to turn around, be facing, actually no, that will do, we'll leave that there like that, we'll put that there like that because that's safe. Because the water tank's behind the gate, so I have to shut the gate, so we'll just close that. Put you on there, get in there and grab that. So there's a board underneath, so as long as I stay over the side and miss that tag, I should actually be able to get right underneath it. Should. Okay. Gently does it, but we got it. This is where we fix the holes in the bucket, isn't it? Otherwise I'd be leaking everywhere. Thanks, Dave. I might upgrade that to something a bit thicker. So I can't tip him out like he is because I'll snap off the plastic ball cock elbow. So we're going to put him down out in the yard out there. Actually, I think by then most of the water's going to come out of it, and tip him out down there. Get underneath him. See if we can just get him up on his end. That'll do. We'll let that drain out a minute and we'll go and get the last bit of bucket. Most of that bit, we'll have that bit as well. So the other reason for not wanting the muck to get too deep in here is my post pillars for the barn are not galvanised, they are painted, so they're not really poo proof. Poo is quite corrosive to metal, so even though it is painted, yeah, if I let the post stay covered in wet feces, they will go rusty. And I'd rather they didn't. I'm going to have to get out with a fork and I get most of it. There are times where it doesn't matter how clever you are with a machine or skid steer, especially on a gravel floor, because I could get all of this with that, no problem. But I couldn't do it, especially with new tyres on, without digging the floor up. I don't want to dig the floor up. That's actually right on the stone there. Okay, that isn't though. So we could have another flashed up warning comment that, you know, warning, there's actually some physical work going on here. It still makes me chuckle when I think about that. So. I'm not averse to physical work. I don't mind it, but it's like, when you've got a machine like that kind of does everything for you with no effort, you do kind of get used to it. So I'm going to go and find probably some blocks or something to put that up. The water tank that was in there was actually a sheep water tank, so it's a shallow, a low one. It's designed for sheep. I do have another 4-foot tank. But I didn't have a service box for it, so it was a kind of, well, very little cattle, they won't mind. I'll just put it up a bit. So that's what we're going to do, we'll just put it up a bit. You can go in there, and so can you. Right, we've got one there. Hopefully I can find another one on the pile of rubble over another ear, but some of them are full of concrete. And as the ground's frozen, I doubt I'll be able to get that out. That's what he's stuck in there. Oh, you're a likely candidate. You don't look very light. Yeah. I need both hands. I'm going to have to put the camera down. I'll see you in the barn. I got to move the gate. Oh, bugger. Right. Okay, so I'm going to put that one over there on his side, about there. Then I get the one, I'm going to put it on his side, about there. And hopefully, because it's in the corner, they won't knock it off. Famous last words. So you can go out there. I'll get you the one. You were reckon about there. And if my eye is not telling me fibs, that should be downhill, which is the way I want it. I want it downhill towards the ball cock, not the way around. So, right, let's go and get the tank. I could put it in the bucket and bring it back in the skid steer, but you know what? It ain't very heavy. Well, it's not very heavy when it's empty. And we're still going to need to have a bit of a washout in there. Oh yeah, we need, yeah. Get out. How are we looking now? Oh, that's better. Most of it's down there. Okay. We'll give it a swirl around with a hose pipe anyway. I'm going to have to get a cold finger. In an ideal world, I'd have a tip out trough in there, drain underneath. I could just flip a switch, tip it out, wash the floor out, blah blah blah, all that. That would be ideal, and maybe one day, but probably not in my lifetime. Go on, that way. That's not going to be far off, you know. Provided the cat will leave it alone. You gotta go in there. Go on, get in there. There you go. You gotta go down there. And you back on there. Right, I'll go back in the corner and go down like that. Go against the wall. That should do it. Right, we'll turn the water on. It takes a while for that tank to fill up. In fact, it takes a while for any of our tanks to fill up because our water pressure in the last 12 months seems to have dropped to, well below. When we first moved here, we had an 8 bar of water pressure. In fact, I had to put a water pressure relief valve in the line. But now, I think it's partially because they get so many leaks down on the cast iron water pipe that ours feeds off. I think they've dropped the pressure further up. So I might have to go and dig up my pressure relief valve and let it back out again. Because yeah, the pressure washer can't keep up with demand. If I'm using a pressure washer, no one can have a shower in the house. Okay, so we've obviously moved the ball cock a bit in the process because we lifted it higher and messed about with it. So we'll have this lid off and readjust it. Oh, it doesn't look too bad, but it's obviously just twisted around enough and jammed in there, or the pipe's frozen. Something odd is going on here. There we go. That's what it is. Right, I've pulled him back up through again because if I leave him, that's the problem, was it? Okay, perhaps we can do that one up instead. That's the problem in there. That's cold. I think we've got it sussed now. It was that board where I had it tucked down behind. It was deforming the pipe and the fitting in there. So I've just moved the board in front. Made all the difference. Okay, bit of straw in here and then it'll be coffee time and then we'll start on the cows. Yeah, nice dry bed. All done. Okay, they can come back in. That tank can go on and gradually fill up, slowly. Doesn't matter. They've got the second tank over there, so they're not going to go without water. Come on, mind your bumps. That hurt you more than the gate, mate. Yeah, it did, didn't it? You're regretting that, ain't you? Come on. Shift your backs. Come on. You. Hey, get your head round. Come on. No, that's the wrong way. Go on, get rid of it. That's pretty typical. Give them a fresh new bed, and all they really want to do is eat it. Anyway, the water trough seems to be quite popular for a minute. So, yeah, it's the sound of running water. I don't know what it is with cattle. If you've got a dripping tap somewhere, cattle will find it, and they will spend hours licking the drip. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it's true. If I have a tap running and it's just dribbling, they will be out there lining up to lick the tap. So, anyway, hopefully they'll leave the tank on top of those blocks, because that is literally all it is. It's just resting on top of those blocks. Don't eat that string. You buggers. You can't help yourselves, can you? Oh, look at the string. I might have to put my penknife on that and shorten that. Right. Mrs. said coffee at 11. So I'll go and trim that bit of string, and I'll go and keep the appointment.